Right, hi everyone, just a quick update on where I'm thinking. So it's all a bit, everything's changing. So there's the current plan, which is we do the SAC on Monday. I'm currently leaning towards my new plan just because as a teacher I'm a bit freaked out that you don't know what you're doing. No, you do know what you're doing, but I'm going to throw something at you and you're going to freak yourself out, and then I'm going to worry that you maybe not that you were cheating, but you were looking at something else and I didn't give you enough support with the media analysis and all this and that. So basically I'm all up here. So at the moment I'm leaning more towards changing our timeline because we do have till October to report on Unit 3. So we've got lots of time and the organic chemistry has been moved. So answer the survey so I can figure out where your brains are. Don't feel bad if you're not ready because my brain isn't ready. It's fine to feel freaked out. We just need to get through this together. We'll be back before we know it and we'll be vaguely normal-ish. As normal as some of us can ever be. So if you're feeling awful, I'm not going to judge. I'm not going to be like, oh, well, they should know what they're doing. This is rubbish. No. We're all good. Right, so this is my current thinking. Tell me if it's all horrible and you want to get a move on and stop dithering around and you're worrying because other schools are doing electrolysis already. And I'm happy with the speed we're going. I'm happy with where we are. So this is what I'm thinking. So we do some revision and some questions and some problem solving today. And in here I also want to think about some industry stuff. Right, then on Friday, and this will be really good to help me understand where you all are and how everything goes from there, and how help you know how you're going. So I'm going to give you some exam questions, actual ones from the VC. Oh my god, the VC exam, and then I'm going to give you the SAC from last year, and then I can give you some questions as well. So it's not going to be an amusing lesson. It's not going to be the greatest lesson you've ever had, but it's going to be a really good kind of checkpoint, like, oh, I can do this, I can't do this, what's happening with my life. Right. So Monday we were going to do the SAC, but I think what's going to be easiest if we move on to electrolysis. So we move on to electrolysis and we do a week of electrolysis to get you in this. So we do this, you've got 2 lessons of kind of theory, and then there's an online prac you can do and kind of write up and think about it. And then that's good because we can then potentially, depending on what happens, do an actual real prac. Then the Monday after that, we don't have a lesson. We don't have a lesson because of back to school training stuff. Then the Thursday, when we're back, we just have a check-in. I look at your work. You ask me questions. We have that face-to-face, how are we going kind of thing. That is much easier to do when I can see you than when you have to email me and you're all kind of worried. So that's what that lesson will look like. Some kind of revision. Have you done the work? How are we all going? And then that Friday of that week back, we might do the SAC there rather than doing it here. It only means kind of like a week and a half. We're moving it nearly 2 weeks, I suppose. But I think it's going to make our lives easier. And then we go back up here and do some more content. So this content we're doing this week, whatever week that is, next week, isn't going to be on this SAC. This SAC is the same SAC as we would have had up here. It's just because we're doing like a media analysis, I wanted to do like 30 minutes of, we look at the article as a class, we think about it, and then you do the analysis. Like you would do in English. Whereas this way, I'm having to kind of just alter it and throw it at you, and it doesn't feel as authentic. It feels like I'm just kind of making a test almost. Well, not quite, but so let me know in that survey how you think. If you've done the survey, hand it in, can't do it again, and you've got this and the other, email me. Right, so I'm going to do some graphing. I apologise for how terrible my graph is and how rubbish my setup is, but I'm going to try and do some graphs, and we'll look at some graphs online as well, because I think that's the thing some of you are struggling with.